the approach that we have had with USAID and the other things like the President's Initiative on AIDS, how does our U.S. approach compare and contrast to the approach of Russia in Africa and also Communist China in Africa?
Oh, Chairman, we've always had the lead. So what you're seeing in those two competitors or challengers, they're following in our wake. They see what works as far as our influence and deepening partnerships through those soft powers, whether it be health diplomacy or whether it be in development type programs. So they're following in our wake, trying to replicate what we do best. And I think the African countries know this, and so this is where, as we start to look at going forward, as State Department starts to reset these programs, looking at what worked and what didn't work, and doubling down on what does work. I think we have enough capital built up in these countries for them to ensure their stabilization and also prosperity. The other two competitors are just trying to replicate what we do best.
I can imagine a situation, though, in which the ruling elite of a country is receiving gratuities on the side that inure to the benefit of the strongman leader and not to the populace of the country. Does that sort of corruption and bribery go on with regard to the Belt and Road?
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traoré and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime. There's a number of examples across. Even in Sudan, what's going on with the rapid support forces and B.R.N of the Sudan forces, when you get down to it, it's all about the revenue that can be drawn out of that. And there are nefarious actors in the CCP or in sometimes Russia are complicit in those activities.
Okay, well, you can't imagine how frustrating it seems to me that this mineral-rich continent has not been able to move to a utilization of the resources to benefit the people there. After all this time, it's a puzzle that we haven't unwound up.
And Vugu Nyosi, Black Revolutionary Now. Just wanted to bring you this video on this U.S. general called Michael Langley. And he went in front of Congress and made a statement threatening Ibrahim Traoré from Burkina Faso. And basically what he's saying is that the military junta in Burkina Faso that took over the corrupt so-called democratic government in Burkina Faso. He said that they are using the gold in their own country, mind you, to keep the junta military going. This sellout, bootlicking negro who is being used by white supremacy, because check this out, family, they always use a black face to put in front of the camera, to put out in front, just like how they use Colin Powell, so-called general. Yes. So this Negro, Michael Langley, is basically threatening Ibrahim Traoré. Because check this out. They have used all kind of tactics, from attempt assassination, the media. They not too long ago had some foreigners who left Burkina Faso, who living in France now, had some kind of protests saying that they wanted Ibrahim Traoré to step down. We all see through this nonsense. Somebody reported that they seen the protesters dump the sign inside of the garbage, and they were paid, or looked like they had like an envelope paid with someone in a car or something like that. But we all know they have been trying every dirty white supremacy trick to try to get rid of Ibrahim Traoré. And we in 2025, we know why. We know why. When you look at the history of African leaders who was trying to liberate their people, we see what happened to those revolutionary leaders. So this Negro, and it's very interesting because when these people are so indoctrinated with their 4-star and 5-star general, whatever, they feel they escape blackness. It's crazy. This Negro, so to put a face who resemble, who look like us, so black people are gonna think that, okay, well, maybe there is some kind of merit to what he's saying. We all see this white supremacy script over and over. We can't be fooled no more. So they could send a Negro, they could send anyone who try to talk against someone who is trying to not only liberate his country, but trying to break free from the colonial white supremacy grip. And black family, we should know this by now. When you have a black leader in your country, in your nation, that is doing the work for the people, he's always criticized, threatened, say he's abusing the people, he's doing all kind of thing, he's corrupt, right? They always say that. But when you have a true corrupt, so-called black leader in your country who is selling out the country to the West, they always say, oh yeah, that's a friend and that's an ally and all this kind of stuff. So we see, man, we see the writing on the wall. We've seen the script over and over. We just need to know when Negroes like this comes up and speak, we should already know what is his game plan and who this Negro is actually working for. It's very interesting because black people in America is screaming right now for reparations, right? The talk on every true black channel is talking about reparations, cash reparations. Yes, you think a Negro like that, in that position, should care about the black people in his country? But he's concerned with black people somewhere in another continent. Wow. It tells you, we just have to just pay attention just for a bit, and we will see right through these people. He don't give a damn. He ain't speaking up for black people in America, but he care about black people in Burkina Faso. He care about what Ibrahim Traoré is doing. Miss me with the BS, man. Miss me. We all see the work that Ibrahim Traoré is doing for his people. We see it. We see the work he is doing. And they hate that because that causes a ripple effect. And of course, we see Niger and Mali join the alliance of one country, one passport, one flag. So the West they are throwing every single thing and the kitchen sink at Ibrahim Traoré. And it's not working, because I love it, because he comes out and speak to his people every time something like this happen. Every time, just to let them know, just to let us know what's going on. So yes, this Negro, this United Snakes of America is threatening Ibrahim Traoré. And we need to know that if he threatened Ibrahim Traoré and this black nation, we all know any revolutionary leaders or any revolutionary group or people who is speaking up for their people, they gonna also threaten us. Peace and black power, black revolutionary now.